Alright, welcome back, guys. I think this is a glitch, but I figured out a way to console command around it. I don't actually know how to fix the glitch. And since I can't just easily console command out of it, I'm not going to worry about fixing the glitch. So let's see if the elevator will work. So I don't think it will. Let's give it a second. So, for some reason, this elevator is not opening. Yeah, it's not opening. I figured since I'm having this problem, I might as well show you how to get around it in case you have the same problem. It's kind of ridiculous. I've never actually had this problem in any of my previous playthroughs. This is the first time I've ever had to use console command on this game. It might be because I accidentally clicked console command, which is unfortunate. There's nothing really I can do about it. I'd have to quit the Let's Play unless I use console right now. So, if you click something called No Clip, you submit it, turns that on. Click X, click Escape to get the game to start again. This enables you to walk through walls. So what I can do is just walk into the elevator. Don't do that. And oh, ha, yeah. So I can just do that. I walk through the wall, click, I guess I'll go ahead and turn this off here. Turn no clip off and see if I can't get the elevator to work now. Click escape again. Is everything working? Do I look right? Am I going through the... No, everything looks correctly. I look really... My character looks odd, but that's okay. Let's see if I can click this. No. No, I cannot. That's okay, because I'll go right back to no clip. Turn it on again. Press escape to resume the game. Run right through the wall. Oops. Too far. Let's get back up here. I feel like I'm swimming here. Like, you can go anywhere. This is kind of an interesting thing to do. Like, I'm kind of impressed by it, really. I never really wanted to do that. Anyway, that's not really the point. It's just the Let's Play would end unless I could get out of here. And the only way for me to get out of it, as far as I can tell, is this cheating. Although I'm not really cheating here. I'm just trying to continue playing the game without it ending. Yeah, I've never had that problem before, so... But I'm gonna do some dancing. Hell yeah. The Let's Play didn't end. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. Console command allowed the Let's Play to continue. Thank goodness. Anyway. So now we're going over to the diner. I hope that doesn't continue to all the elevators. I hope it's just there. Because that would be kind of annoying to have to basically cheat just to get through the elevators. Like they said, this game has been kind of buggy, but to be honest, I've played with older versions of the unofficial with the unofficial patch, and I've never had that problem before. I've never had that problem. So I have no idea what was causing it. Anyway, we're going to save real quick. We're going to get all our guns up. I'm just going to save over this one. Yeah, I played with this for a little while. I reloaded the game several times trying to get it to work. I tried doing different things. Nothing really worked. I went and Google searched it, and that was just the first thing someone suggested that I tried and then actually worked. So that's why I did it. Before I go into the diner, I'm going to go fill up my blood. No reason. No reason at all am I going to go do that. It's just, I'm being silly, really. That's all it is. So just ignore my silliness. You don't need to... When you go in there, you should just run in there. Don't think about it.
If you're new to town or just new to this whole
Thank you,
radio
Mr.
thing,
Kilpatrick.
I'm listening to
You always have so much blood for me.
the only girl who will spend the night with you when you first come in.
You always have so much blood for me. Alright, we're gonna go right into the diner. I don't think I'll need my blood shield. So I think, what was I supposed to do? Bad blood. Therese is actually going to look at her and meet with Jeanette and assure her that Therese doesn't mean her harm. Alright, where's Therese? Well, here's some guys. They seem
Where
nice.
you going, man?
Well, this is none of your
I'll let
business.
you go this time, man.
Yeah, good for you. Those guys look like they're trying to act tough. What's that? Quest complete. Hello?
I'm terribly sorry about that. My sister was just furious about your refusal to take part in her design. So she sent those men to kill you. I'm going to make sure it never happens again. Drop by. We'll take care of it. She's crazy! Help!
It's the first time I've ever solved that way. I've never actually bothered talking to those guys first. In the past, I've just always ran over here, grabbed the phone, and then they start trying to gank me. This time, I just talked to them and said, don't bother me, and they didn't, because I had such a high persuasion roll. Well, what do you know? I didn't know that you could solve it that way without actually doing anything violent. That was the first time. I probably could have done that in the past. I just never bothered trying to talk to them because they look like just random NPCs that you don't expect to do anything. You know what I mean? Like they look like these guys walking on the street where you can go up and you can't actually talk to them. So I thought they would be the same thing because they are. At other parts of the time, those guys, those type of guys with that look, that's all they do. They don't talk to you. So I never expected them to be able to talk to me. But they can this time. That's surprising. Live and learn. I mean, I know a lot about this game works. I'm sure there's things that I could learn, but you know, I know mostly how it works. It isn't quite like, say, Morrowind. Like, you can play 100 hours, come back and play it again, and still learn new stuff. You know what I mean? But whatever. Let's see if this elevator works, if I have to clip through it. See if this guy has anything to say. Nothing special, dingus.
Man. Thanks again for your help.
See if it works. It works this time. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to save this because it won't necessarily work out right. And I'm going to save LP 16A. Not 6A. 16A. We're going to go check this out. What's over here? What's going on here? What?
You stay out of this. To think anyone would risk their life for this filthy, tainted waste of blood. This will just make it easier to kill both of you. Help! Save me and I'll help you find Bertram. I swear! Shut up, Jeanette. I warned you to stay away from Tongue. He's turned you against me. I always looked out for you, but you couldn't stand my success. You had to meddle, didn't you? I didn't want it to end like this, but you forced me. You never gave me any credit for anything, Therese. I was the one calling the shots. Bertram was dancing on my leash. How does it feel to know that I beat you?
So what is this? They're the same person? I can't believe it. Actually, I can believe it. I knew it already, but the first time I played this game, it shouldn't have, but it actually did surprise me quite a bit for some reason, even though they do make it pretty obvious that it's the same person. Um, I mean, and then she's a Malkavian. Either one of them, I mean, they seem kind of overbearing, but not necessarily in their own respective ways. One is just like really slutty and comes on to you. The other is just like a mean businesswoman who's just a complete bitch. But that's not really crazy, is it? Neither one of those things. It's not technically crazy in and of itself. The way they're crazy, all Malkavians are crazy, and they're crazy because they've got a split personality, and they're like two people in one body. And that's how they're Malkavian crazy. Anyway, what's going on here?
Isn't it obvious? I'm about to rid the night of this deviant, backstabbing whore. Do you realize that despite her condition, she still fornicates with kind, no less? So despicable. So unclean. You're one to talk, dear sister. Or should I say daddy's little girl? Do you want to know just how depraved the Baron of Santa Monica can be? Shut up, Jeanette. You'd love the world to think you're a saint. When you thought I was asleep, I used to hear Father come in at night. I heard him whisper how much he loved you in your ear before he... Don't finish that sentence, or you're dead.
So this is what's tough about this one. You have to get it like exactly right. You have to do like you have to be on both of their sides like the equal number of times, and it's kind of difficult to do correctly. But if you do it exactly correctly, well, if you do it wrong, one of them will kill the other one. So they'll no longer have a split personality. One will become dominant and the other one will disappear forever. If you can do it such that both of them survive and decide to cooperate, you get the 6 points. So you know, I kind of want to do that, at least for this one. This is the only time that I ever really want to get all the points right, because it's the only one I know. I'm not going to bother looking it up the rest of the time. I'm not going to care. But for this one, I want to get it exactly right. And it might take a couple times to do it. I'm going to go through it and try it the first time. And if that doesn't work, what I'm going to do, let's see if I can... Yeah, I can pause it. So if I get it to work, I can pause it. Like, say it takes me 3 times to get it right. I can go ahead and pause it once I do get it right and start the next video right at the beginning where they have their spiel where they're cooperating. But I'll at least let you, if I get it wrong, which I probably will this time. I'm going to try, though. Okay, you're going to let her blab your secrets like that, Therese? So 1 is pro Therese, 2 is pro Jeanette. So the first time we'll say pro Therese. Oh, yeah. First time we'll say pro Therese. I accidentally did the numpad, but that was number 1, so it shouldn't have... That's my start recording video, but that shouldn't be a problem. So I will continue. You going to let her blab your secrets like that, Therese?
Don't you want to hear what happened? How she became the pillar of the community she is today? Shut up. Just shut up!
Go on, Jeanette. So 1 pro Therese, 1 pro
Would you
Jeanette.
like to tell the story? She makes herself out to be the virgin queen of the night, pious as a nun, stable as the Earth's orbit. It's all an act, isn't it? I'm the good girl. You're the wicked one. You've done nothing but plot against me when I had our best interests at heart. And despite that, I've always covered up your mistakes. I've taken care of you. And this is how you repay me? Taken care of me. You've done nothing but keep me down, blame me for every mistake. Did you expect me to let you rule my life until the end of time? No, sister. You've had it coming since our last sunrise. Is that right, dear? If it wasn't for me, you would have never survived this long. Remember? They tried to separate us, but I refused. I chose this life and brought you into it so that we could stay together. Obviously, you've forgotten.
So, what she was going on about is she's saying that, their father was like pedophile against him or something like that. And I think there is somewhere a thing where that sexual abuse in a young person can cause you to have split personality, but frankly I think it's more of a genetic cause. I I would be willing to bet there's more likely a genetic cause for it than that, but I don't know. Who knows? It doesn't really matter. So is that true, Jeanette? Sounds like she has a point. That doesn't give you the right to tell her what to do. So I had one pro Therese. This will be my second pro Therese.
She's a control freak. People, things, emotions. If she can't control
Jeanette.
something, she gets rid of it. And you're a wild animal. You'll rub up against anything that'll take you in for the night. Then when you're stuffed and bored, you bite the hand that fed you.
So I'm balanced now. I have one pro Therese, one pro Jeanette. You're right, Jeanette. Therese tried to have me killed. Hey, if it wasn't for Jeanette, I'd be on my way to Tongue right now. No, I'm gonna go. I think we'll get one more pro Jeanette
Therese
here.
will never let you live. You disappointed her. I used you, yes, but I didn't try to have you killed. Therese has no problem with killing, do you? Remember, Father? Father loved me. I was a good girl. I always did what I was told. You always hated that he loved me. You disobeyed him. You brought men home when he wasn't there. You were an awful daughter to him.
See, I'm not even sure if this is pro or whatever. Like, I don't think this is. So we'll go with Therese here, I guess.
I was always good to Father, but Jeanette made him miserable. Over the years, it all became too much for him. I think she broke his heart, so he killed himself right in our room. Killed himself? Therese! You placed his finger on the trigger once you blew his mind all over the silly clown wallpaper. Right after he found me in your bed and thought I was you. He was always angry at you. You drove him to drink. When he died, he was in torment. As I recall, he died with a smile on his face.
I'm gonna go with I don't believe you, Jeanette.
As you shouldn't. I'm afraid, sister, I must write your ending in this family's saga. And I want you to know I do so with great anguish and disappointment. I had such hopes that you'd change for the better with my guidance. But so, sweet sister, is this how it has to end? I admit I always knew this night might come. Well, any message you want me to give Father? An apology? A love letter?
I'm gonna tell them to give me the gun. If I did it right, they'll give me the gun and they won't kill each other. If I didn't do it right, which I probably didn't, one of them will come up and I'll have to reload the game. At which point, I'm not gonna do this whole scenario again. I'm just gonna keep doing it until I get it right. And that's when I'll start the video up.
I should turn this on you next, but I won't. Without Jeanette's assistance. Tongue, you're no threat. I'll call off the feud if that will get you out of my city.
Alright, so it didn't work. I'm going to go back. I don't even know exactly how to do this correctly, but apparently I did too many Jeanette pros, so... And I'm not even sure, I know this section of dialogue matters, but now that I think about it, I wonder if the sections of dialogue that I've had with them the entire time matter. Because if you notice, as you were doing it, like the first time I met Jeanette. And I could say very neutral stuff, or I could say things like, oh yeah, I want you, baby, or something like that. And I'm not sure if those actually count towards the total or not. So I had too many Jeanettes here, so I need more Thereses. And hopefully when we come back, I'll have it so neither one of them die. It might take me a minute. I don't know exactly how it works every single time I've done it, so even if I showed you like the exact choices I made, I doubt that would be very informing because I'm not sure what the exact, things you have to do it, you know what I mean? So I'm not going to claim that it's the right one. So I'll see you in a minute.